international competitiveness. Uh, Australia's international competitiveness is relatively, what do you think? Low. Very good. Due to a high cost structure and a low level of efficiency relative to the best performing economies, Australia is ranked
18th.
No. Is ranked outside of top 20 countries in the competitiveness world report. This low level of efficiency, this low level of efficiency and competitiveness increases.
What's that? I'm just looking at it, and Australia is 16th at the moment.
16th?
Yeah. Oh no, that's 2019.
Yeah. In the global competitiveness, efficiency and competitiveness increases. Cost of production for exports that creates structural pressure on the current account that results in low level of exports and high level of imports. Next one, guys, cyclical components affecting the current account or the current account deficit. New tooth, I'll give you after we finish this one.
Okay.
Halfway through the class. Why? Where's the one?
Just wanted to know it. That is I just because normally you give the new tools.
Yeah, but we have to finish this first. Next one, due to strong So all this time you were there without a tute. You were there without a tute all this time. Strong national.
What number is it?
This is 13.
I should have it. Me?
National spending and aggregate demand.
Yeah. It's with me.
Aggregate demand, comma, the demand for imports increase. Right, next one. Under that, to meet high AD aggregate demand. Australia imports more capital goods. And commodities
Commodities.
that increased the deficit in the trade balance that can increase the current account deficit, which is CAD. Next one, due to strong
Competitiveness.
aggregate demand and sorry, hold on. And yeah, and economic growth, investments and government expenditure increase, resulting in an increased borrowing from overseas. This will add to the current account deficit due to increased payments on debts in primary income. Next one, guys, the movements in the current account balance that is related to changes in economic cycle is referred to as the cyclical component of the CAD. If cyclical components are removed from the CAD, what remains is the structural components of the CAD. Okay, guys, now you can read up to the questions. After that, I'll explain it.
Is that a safety issue? Like, if I type on the chat, you just got angry because it's a safety concern.
No, not really.
You told it was a safety concern.
Mm.
Because these are all people I don't interact with. So in Easter Sunday, do we have a class for accounting?
Yes.
What? I
Yeah.
thought we didn't.
Now, have I told you that we have it? Do you have short-term memory loss?
I thought you said we didn't. Hasn't been. Oh dear. Well, try going in the morning. Church.
Yeah, you can go in the morning, correct.
Because
Why you have to be in the church for the whole day?
I wanted to go attend that evening mass.
Evening what?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, done reading?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, so what are we discussing, guys? The influences on the current account balance. So usually I told you the current account balance, what we are having is, what is it? Unfavorable. It has been a deficit for a long time, except a couple of years during the COVID, right, that we achieved current account surplus. Okay. So apart from that, that was in around 21, 22. Those periods we got current account surplus. Apart from that, we have been having the current account deficit. What are the reasons for that? There are few reasons. Those few reasons we can subdivide into two main parts. What is it? The structural causes of the current account deficit and cyclical causes, right? So a structural means what? A structural means the composition of the current account deficit or the setup, right? The setting, right? Of the Australian condition, right? That is affecting the current account deficit. Firstly, guys, the very first reason is, I think I told you, high level of net foreign liabilities because of our savings investment imbalance. What is that? So I told you, what do you think about Aussie's savings? You think we can be happy about their savings, so it's not really good enough.
Not really.
No, it is not actually good enough because why? They don't know how to save money. Yeah. So definitely we have actually a current account. Savings imbalance. That means we don't have enough savings in the household. So when there is not enough house savings means the investors, right, businesses, let's say we want to purchase a property, so that we don't have enough money to borrow from the banks. Why? Because not enough money left. Yeah. Then, guys, what happens is, what do we have to do? We have to borrow money. So we have to borrow money from overseas. Why? Because we don't have money internally or domestically, so that we have to borrow money overseas. So as a result, what happens?
Foreign debt increase.
Yes, the foreign debt increases. Foreign debt increases means we have to service it. What do you mean by service it? So it's like servicing a vehicle? No, that means we have to pay interest. Okay, so that's how we have to service it. We pay interest means we are paying basically of money in interest, and then interest payments are recorded in which account or which section, guys, in the current account? Which section?
That's the balance. This is like balance sheets and stuff, right?
Yeah, in the balance of payment, we have current account. Current account, we have how many accounts? I said last week. Yes, Kishore, do you remember?
The current account, sir.
Yep.
Um, is it four, sir, or
Yes, four. What are those four, Kishore?
the balance of merchandise trade,
Yes, balance on merchandise trade, BOMT, or the balance on goods. Yep.
net primary income,
No, before that,
sorry, net services,
net services, very good.
net primary income then, sir,
Net primary income, yes.
and
And
then
then
the secondary income.
secondary income, net primary, net secondary. Then my question was, where would you record the interest payments?
Would it be in the
Excuse me, I need to go blow my
Okay.
nose.
wait, what was it? The net interest payment, sir?
Yeah, basically interest payment, where do you record?
Would it be in the third one?
Sorry?
The third one, so the net primary income.
Very good, net primary income, wonderful. What is the short method that I told you to remember it? Remember I told you a short method? Can't remember?
No.
Yeah, I told you the factor incomes are recorded in the net primary income. Yes. What are the factor
Yeah.
incomes? Like, what are the factor incomes? For land, what is it?
Land's like rent, sir.
Yes, rent. Then
Capital's interest.
capital, for capital interest, very good.
And
Labor,
labor's wages.
very good. So like that, you can subdivide it, right? And then for the entrepreneurship, it's profit, right? Okay, then right. Then so the first reason, as I said, so net foreign liabilities. Basically, we have net foreign liabilities more than 1 billion, right? We are going to learn in details today's lesson. So that is one of the structural causes. Next one is international competitiveness, right? So what is the international competitiveness? International competitiveness here is that we are not that competitive internationally. The reason is our one thing is our cost of production, right, is very high. Why? If I tell you, our one main reason for the cost of production is our cost of labor is one of the highest in the world. That makes our cost of production very expensive. So that we can't really compete with the rest of the countries, of which the labor costs are low. So that China sort of countries very easily they are winning. The reason is their cost of production is pretty low. Okay. Right. Also, another thing is our efficiency is also less. Our what do you think about Aussies or our methods? Do you think they are really efficient? Not really, yes. So our economy is not very efficient. So that the methods and also the people are not efficient. So then, as a result, of course, it makes our international competitive level very less, right? Okay. Then the other thing is cyclical components. What are the cyclical components? Cyclical components means basically the reasons that are affecting the cyclical changes in the economic cycle, business cycle. So then basically that is affected mainly by the spending level, aggregate demand. So when there are cyclical components, for example, let's say we are going to increase our aggregate demand, and then capital goods, which I call commodities, and also which we say as intermediate goods, we are going to purchase them. Then when we purchase more imports, what happens is we are going to get more imports, meaning it is affecting the current account deficit, or it is resulting in a current account deficit. And then on the other hand, our strong aggregate demand and economic growth, investments, it will increase. So then we will start borrowing more money, meaning again it is going to affect the current account deficit because of the interest payments. And also the cyclical components such as the aggregate demand changes will be affecting, and also anything that is not structural component will be considered as a cyclical component. Right? Okay, then guys, any questions with this? And then we'll discuss the question number 1. Please read it. Right. Explain how the growth of global trade can positively affect society's living standards. What do you think, guys? You think this one is affecting our living standards? Global trade? Yes. How? We'll try to see. You have any thoughts about this? Yep. No? Okay.
So
Yes.
so are we doing the practice sec next week?
Practice sec, yes. When do you have your sec?
My next sec for the economics is on week 4, so
Okay, so we'll do it. We'll do it separately because all the other students they have done the sex. We'll do it separately, Kishore.
okay, all right.
Okay, so then write this on trade encourages international specialization. Right. This is where countries focus on producing goods, produce, producing goods and services that have a comparative advantage. Letting them to export efficiently and use the income to buy cheaper products improving living standards. Right. Number 2, trade promotes economies of large scale production. Right? This results in firms reducing their average cost of production that improves competitiveness competitiveness, and race, income, and living standards. The third one, trade helps lower the prices for consumers. Global competitiveness, lowers prices, boosting consumers' purchasing power.
Can I write PP?
But be careful if you are using it in the exam. Okay, you have to predefine.
What if that is if I have access to the exam? Okay.
Sorry?
That is if I have access to the exam. Remember I have different.
Yes, yes. Yeah, so wherever you write, you have to, the rule is you have to predefine.
Yes.
Okay. All right, next one is, guys, giving examples, distinguish cyclical and structural influences that affect the current account balance. This is what we just did today, yes. Right. Yes. What are the cyclical and structural, guys? Right. Shall we discuss? Right. Firstly, cyclical influences refer to the strengths
and weaknesses
or weaknesses of current account balance that are affected by changes in business cycle
its cycle
of economic activity that results in stronger
economic growth
or weaker
eco growth
aggregate demand side factors. Next one, guys. Structural influences. Refer to the ones that are caused by changes in ongoing aggregate supply side conditions in the economy. that affect the strengths and weaknesses of current account. Full stop. Also, the way products are produced in terms of production costs, profitability, inflation,
Oh, sorry, sir.
inflation and international competitiveness.
So why is there two of you?
Yeah, I saw recording.
Oh,
Okay, guys, have a look at question number 3. Okay, guys, what do you think about question number Roman number 1 in question 1? Right? Increase international specialization, efficiency in resource allocation. So, do you think so?
No.
No?
Yes. No.
Right. We'll write this one, guys. We have to do how many? 5 years. Probably will not do all of them. We'll do a couple of them and we'll start the next one. Right. International specialization occurs when countries focus on producing goods where they have a comparative advantage, allowing them to export efficiently, pay for cheaper imports, and increase output and living standards. Next one is, guys, great economies of large scale production. Okay, what do you think? Would you think that this one is going to impact the international trade and then improve living standards, economics of large-scale production? First of all, what about the first one, guys? So when the international specialization occurs, what will happen? Countries will focus on doing what they are better at, right? So it's like people, right? When we are going to find our occupation, profession, or job, what would we do? We will pick the best profession that we can do uh, for ourselves. Yes. So then, and then from there onwards, we can do it efficiently and then make money efficiently. But in this case, what is happening? Same thing for the countries as well. Why? Because the countries also will focus on doing what they are best at. For example, see, Australia is doing what is it? Mining. Then education, tourism, right? So then and after the restaurants, right? So then what will happen is we will gain. We will produce goods and services that are having the comparative advantage, so that we can increase. We can efficiently allocate our resources to produce those goods and services. As a result, we can we will, on the other hand, we will pay for cheaper imports, and then we increase our production and then and income and then living standards. Similarly, guys, this one economics of scale, right?
You to build all of those.
Yep. Okay, guys, next one. I think the rest I'll give you for homework. And then question four. Question four, so you can do it. Right? Let's start the other one, guys. Right. Give me 1 minute. Net foreign debt and terms of trade. Okay. So firstly, even though the terms of trade is there, we will just touch base with the terms of trade and some questions. But terms of trade we'll do in details later. Well, okay. Composition and causes of net foreign debt and net foreign equity, right? So this one, both net foreign debt and net foreign equity, we call together NIIP, right? Net international investment position, meaning we add these two concepts together, or we add these two figures together. What is it? Net foreign debt and net foreign equity. You add them together is equal to what? NIIP, right? All right. NIIP is equal to Australia's net international financial obligations to the rest of the world. Meaning, guys, I said that net foreign debt plus net foreign equity is equal to NIIP. Also, that is equal to what? This one. Net international, yes, net international financial obligations, right? So basically, that's the equation. Right. So whether you call it NIIP or net international financial obligation, it's the same thing. This is made up of net foreign liabilities, which we call as NFL.
Not the American.
No, not the footy one, not the football thing. NFL, and this is comprised of net foreign debt, net foreign debt, and net foreign equity. Right? They are simplified by subtraction. Right? I'll explain you what it is. Firstly, guys, we'll do net foreign debt. Right. Net foreign debt refers to Australia's total borrowings from overseas, take away total lending by Australia to the rest of the world. Next one, this is the largest component of Australia's net foreign liabilities. As at 31st December 24, Australia's NFD was 77% of the GDP, amounting almost 1,000 or 1.4 trillion. Okay. Biggest contributor to NFD is the private sector, that whole, 78% of NFD, while the rest is from the government sector. Next one, guys, net foreign equity. Right. I think now we'll write this one as well. After that, we'll discuss both together. NFE refers to the difference between the value of Australian assets, meaning property and shares owned by foreigners and the value of foreign assets owned by Australians. Next one, NFE for Australia is a positive balance. As a result, Australia has been able to generate a favorable returns on assets such as rent,
Rent.
and dividends. On the net primary income account. Next one, guys, Australia's external stability would depend on that it doesn't have a large imbalance between national spending such that our NFD becomes too difficult to service over time. Meaning, government ensures our NIIP remains sound and not lead into an unsustainable build up of NFL. Okay, guys. Please read up to terms of trade. I'll explain it.
Okay, look, sorry for the commotion out there, sir. It's just I treat every education and environment the same.
Sorry for what?
The commotion out there.
Commotion?
That when you were not there, I was like looking for you.
Commotion?
Yeah,
What do you call commotion?
yeah. I'm sorry for that. It's just that I treat every educational environment the same.
Right. So then, what is it? We talk about the net foreign debt and net foreign equity. We added them together. What do you call it, guys? NIIP or net international investments position. Also, it is equal to the net international financial obligation. So I told you, NIIP and the net international financial obligations are the same thing. So basically, guys, remember, net foreign debt, I'm sorry, the net international financial obligations or NIIP is made up of two things. What is it? I mean, of one thing actually, net foreign liabilities, which is also equal to NIIP, and then net foreign liabilities or NIIP or net international financial obligations equal to what is it? Net foreign debt plus net foreign equity. Now, and we have to, of course, simplify them. What do you mean by net foreign debts, guys? Net foreign debt is, so net amount. Foreign debt, you can figure out what is a foreign debt. So how much we have borrowed from the rest of the world, or how much we have lent to the rest of the world. So net means the total borrowings from the rest of the world, take away the total lending to the rest of the world. Of course, guys, this is net foreign debt that we have, meaning we have borrowed more money than we have lent to the rest of the world. As I told you, by 24, NFF, NFD, this is all what I could find, so far. 25 figures I didn't have. Up to 31st December 24, how much was it? 1.4 trillion almost. Okay. So our NFD is 1.4 trillion. Okay, big money, yes, big amount. Right? 1,389 billion. And then more than 3/4 of the, or 4/5 of the, almost 4/5 of this debt is, of course, by the private sector. I mean, in private firms, businesses, banks, etc. And then the remainder, of course, by the government sector. Okay. Next one is, guys, net foreign equity. What is that? Net foreign equity is how much equity would Australians own? Meaning, so we can invest money in the rest of the world. Let's say we can, all of us can invest in the rest of the world. We can buy properties. Maybe we can buy properties in Sri Lanka, right? We can buy properties in US, or we can buy US shares, right?
So, one of the teachers I performed with, his landlord allegedly lives in China.
Yes.
So maybe he invested in the house here.
Yes, correct. So that's what I was going to say. As we can invest in the rest of the world, the foreigners also can invest in Australia.
Like, for example, my cultural performance teacher's landlord,
Yeah,
he's from China.
yeah. So the foreigners can invest here, or foreign companies, governments can invest here. So the interesting thing is, guys, this value is positive, meaning we own more money in the rest of the world than they own in Australia.
What?
Yes, so that means our investments are, what is it? Higher in the rest of the world. So what happens is, guys, this amount, I haven't put the amount here, yes. Yeah, I'll give you the amount. However, the thing is, guys, that the thing, we have net foreign equity closer to closer to 400 billion. So that makes our net foreign liabilities, or NIIP, right, which is a net international investment position, is around 1 trillion. But even though it is 1 trillion, still we owe the rest of the world, right? So then I hope it makes sense. Does that make sense? Right? What did I say? We have the summaries, the concept of net, the concept of net international investment position is equal to net international financial obligation. Also, it is equal to net foreign liabilities. Then these three concepts, NIIP, net international financial obligations, and net foreign liabilities, which we say NFL, that is calculated by the addition of the net foreign, or simplification of net foreign debt and net foreign equity. Net foreign debt is, guys, 1,400 billion approximately. Net foreign equity is approximately 400 billion. So we add them together, we simplify it actually, because net foreign equity is favorable for us, but net foreign debt is unfavorable for us. So that means roughly we owe the rest of the world around 1 trillion. Then the benefits, of course, I gave you. What are the benefits of net foreign equity, guys? Net foreign equity, of course, we are having a positive balance, of course, as I said. So then the favorable thing is we are getting money into our net primary income account. Remember, I told you usually the factor incomes are recorded in which section in the current account, Dom?
The liabilities.
No. Which section do we record this rent, dividends?
In the assets.
No. In the current account? In the current account, we record it in the. How many sections are there in the current account? 4.
Oh.
Yeah. Where do we record it? This one. We record in the. Where do we record it in the current account, Kishore?
Wait, which one, sir?
The rent and dividends.
What's it, dividends, sir?
Dividends is the profits.
I'm sorry, it's the spider is blocked.
Yeah, forgot, Kishore? Where do we record the
Sorry, sir, would it be in the wait, sir, profits and the other one, sir, rent?
rent?
Would it be in the balance of merchandise trade?
No, not merchandise trade. We record it in the net primary income. Right? Remember, I told you factor incomes. Factor incomes are recorded. Yeah.
In the primary income, sir?
Yeah, net primary income, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then guys, however, Australian government's objective is to not to increase or build up the net foreign debts. So they want to basically maintain at a sustainable level. So because if it is going to go kind of uncontrollable level, it is going to affect our credit rating, which is Australia has the highest or the top AAA ranking. So then we want to maintain the ranking, and also we don't want to go into unsustainable level. Then what will happen is we will go into an uncontrollable level where we won't be able to meet the debts and their servicing interests, and then we might go into bankrupt. So basically, USA has, I think, has the highest level of foreign debts, right? They have in trillions. So
Yeah,
of course that's going to increase because of this ongoing war as well.
Yeah. So I think that's the reason why they don't have free healthcare or
Yeah.
health insurance, because
Yeah.
foreign debt is way too high.
Yeah, not necessarily because the foreign debt, but that's because of their bad management. Because they
don't care
always
about
go into they always go into war,
They don't-
fights.
Yeah, they don't care about the well-being of their people.
Yeah, and also not even the well-being of the environment.
Yes.
Okay,
That's why
guys.
I don't like it. What?
Right. Okay, guys. This one. Then we'll do. Any questions up to here? No. No. Shall we do a question?
So
Yeah.
can I
We'll do
go
this
toilet?
question. Sorry, Kishore?
Can I go toilet?
Yeah, go. Please write the savings, comma, investment, gap is the short for in value between.
Sir, could I go blow again?
Yeah.
Sorry for stepping out
Yep.
a lot.
What Australian households firms and governments save, and the level of the investment. Australian households comma businesses and government. Usually does not save enough to finance the high level of national investment spending by firms and governments needed to grow the economy's productive capacity and maintain high living standards. Overseas borrowing or maybe overseas debts. Question 1. Must cover this deficiency, adding to the net foreign debt. NFD.
Do we start with what Australian households?
Yep.
Have you been to America before, sir? But it's in the news that their debt is very high. I only like countries that are like welfare states that care about the population. That's why I'm not into American stuff now. Okay. Do we have to read after I read?
You can read it. If you have questions, I can help you.
But I never had a student teacher for pre-service teacher for economics in my class.
Okay.
I did last year, and he had Sri Lankan friends, so I told him to go and watch Clarence with his Sri Lankan friends. But none this year.
Okay, guys, there's a mistake in the paper. Shall I fix it? This question number 2 is a repetition from the previous one. So instead, please write identify and explain the main causes of Australia's, or maybe let's say Australian NFD. Still 2 marks. Right. Okay, so what are the main reasons, guys, for this one? I'll give you one by one. Firstly, what do you think? Tell me yours. Identify and explain the main causes for Australian NFD. One I already said. What is it? Lack of domestic savings, yes? That's what is happening here then, guys. So, so as we discussed in the previous one, savings investment gap. So that means households, businesses, governments, they don't save generally. So as a result, what happens? So this gap is created. This gap creates insufficiency or creates deficiency in funds to finance our investments, making our interest rates high. Interest rate high. Next one, guys, number 2. Many budget deficits. So deficits deficits make the government to borrow from overseas. As there is not enough funds domestically. Third one, opportunities for foreign investors.
Like the like the Chinese guy owning that
Yes.
company or
Yep.
teaching houses the foreign way.
Yeah.
Opportunity for him.
Yeah.
That falls under that.
So higher returns and sound economic and social. No, not social, political conditions attract foreign investors. Add into NFL. ONFDS. Yep. That's it, guys. Then, do you have any questions up to here? Right? For homework, you can try the questions in the previous tute, which is tute number 13. Yep. So, however, I'll give you the solutions for them. Right. And then you can do this question as well if you want. Right. Or maybe we can do it in the class. Right. Yeah. So I prefer if you can try the theory questions, I mean short answer questions, because you have to improve in those questions. Okay, guys. Thank you then. We'll see you again same time next week. Yes. I know you are having holidays, but we are doing in the next week. I'm doing. Week after, I'm not doing. So holiday for you. But I will have to think. We figure it. I mean, think about it, depending on like when you are going to have your next sax. So we'll see.
Mine's probably like in the middle of next term because we had it
Okay.
last week. So
Yeah, I had to check with Navin as well, because his school is having sax faster. So we'll see. Okay, guys. Then thank you. Any questions, Kishore?
So you know how you said the week after there's no class, is there the same thing for accounting as well, or does that still continue?
Yes, accounting. I will inform you this week when we meet. I mean next week on the 5th, because 12th I'm doing anyway, Kishore. But 19th is the problem. 19th I'm not available, so we'll have to we'll have to reschedule the class to a weekday.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. You are you able to come in on weekdays?
I'm not sure about my dad because my dad has work, so it might have to be like Luxman to
Okay.
like pick me. Yeah,
All right. Okay. So we'll discuss it.
yeah.
All right then. Thank you, guys. See you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
good class today, was it?